Hello everyone, I'm Kyle Tutt with Pinata, and we are the easiest way to use IPFS. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about a problem within the NFT space, or the non-fungible token space, around how the token itself is much more secure than the off-chain asset, such as a digital artwork or a piece of music, and kind of the problem with that, how to solve that problem, and how to use Pinata to actually easily solve that problem. So jumping into it, let's kind of discuss what makes up an NFT token. So it can really be broken into two pieces. There's the NFT itself, which is minted on a blockchain, and then there is a piece of data associated with that NFT that is not minted on the blockchain. It's stored either on a traditional server or on your laptop or something like that. And so what the problem is that the majority of people that are minting these NFT tokens are doing is they're using just traditional web technology. So they're using a URL link that references an asset. So let's say it's a grayscale Pinata PNG, like this one on the page. And they are then embedding that essentially into the NFT token. Now, what's wrong with that is that that URL is not secure. So what that means is you can actually change the underlying asset associated with that URL. So as that relates to something like digital art or music or something like that, is that you could create the NFT and then have that link in there, but then that link could change, or what's behind that link could change over time. And so it's not very secure at all. And if you bought a original piece of digital art and the underlying image associated with that piece of art changed, obviously you'd be kind of upset about that happening. But luckily, there is a way to solve that. So there's something called the IPFS network, or the Interplanetary File System. And what the IPFS network does for you is it allows you to address content based on the content itself. And the term for this is content addressable data. So the data itself gets a name, and if the data ever changes, the name will change, which is, it's a pretty simple concept, but a pretty powerful one. This is often called within IPFS CIDs, or content identifiers, or they are sometimes even referenced as hashes. And so jumping into it, this is kind of basically what a CID looks like. You have a specific CID that references the grayscale Pinata, which you can see on the screen right here. And then there's a different CID that references the missing Pinata on the bottom here. So if that NFT had grayscale Pinata embedded in it, and the grayscale Pinata image changed or was swapped out, the CID wouldn't match, and you would be able to prove that. And so it's a perfect way to lock the image or secure the image with the token itself, which has obviously massive advantages in being able to prove that it is what it's supposed to be. And so you can see in this slide kind of the difference between the URL versus the CID. If the image under the URL ever changes, the URL doesn't change, while under the CID, if the image changes, the CID changes. So pretty simple, but very powerful, especially when it's combined with NFTs in securing and locking any of your creations, whether it's digital artwork or music or game assets or whatever the situation is. Now, to illustrate this further, we'll jump over to Pinata real quick, and if you don't have a Pinata account, just sign up for one. Once you've done that, go to Pinata Upload, and we're actually going to upload these images themselves. So you can see here, I'm going to upload the grayscale Pinata PNG, upload that real quick, great. And then I'm going to upload the missing Pinata PNG as well, upload, boom. So they've both been uploaded, and then I'm going to go to the Pin Explorer, and we're going to look at these images. So you can see here, I have the grayscale Pinata uploaded, and it has an IPFS hash associated with this. So this hash right here is the CID. This is unique to this image itself. So I open it up. This is the only hash that will ever reference this image, which is, applying this to digital art is a pretty powerful concept. Same with Missing Pinata. You can see that this has a unique hash itself too, and they are both different from each other, and when you click on it, it references this. So no matter what, the image behind that hash will always be that image. And so that's what makes IPFS extremely powerful if you are a crypto creator, a digital artist, or anything like that that's using NFTs and digital files or art associated with those tokens that are not on chain. It secures the asset itself. If you're interested in learning about how to actually mint these tokens and use IPFS to do so, you can head over to our Medium post called How to Create NFTs with IPFS and Digital Art. This was actually created by the digital artist Connie Digital, and he goes through and simply tells you how to upload an image to Pinata, take that hash or that link, and then use the OpenSea Storefronts Manager to mint a token and put that link as an external link within the OpenSea framework, and then create the token itself with your digital art or your music or whatever the situation is, and then you can actually start selling your creations on OpenSea from there. So hopefully this has been useful for you and kind of illustrates why CIDs are so important as it relates to NFTs in the future.